family. Family? I have a family. No. No. Mm-mm. I don't accept that. There's no way I have a family who are right here. How? How? Why? Old man, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? Is this some damn joke? It's not, Harusen says. No. No, you're messing with me. You said that my parents died in the Nine-Tails attack. You said they were honorable shinobi. That's what you said. They died in fighting the lines of the Nine-Tails. Then, if they're dead, then what the fuck is this? Pointing at the so-called family. That's not my family. No way. This is when Jiraiya would say, "This is your family, Naruto. Accept it." I can't. I can't accept this. There's no fucking way. I can't. Mm-mm. No. No way. I'd rather die. I'd rather be taken over by the damn demons that's inside of me than to accept this fact that my family was still alive. Are we going to say this is how it is? No. As teachers to go down the boy's eyes. This can't be happening. I can't handle this. Jumping out the window, that's leaving. As Kushi would try to go after him, but Jiraiya would stop her. No, leave it alone. He needs some time to think for himself. All you'll do is make it worse. I'll go after him. Minato, this is the choice you made. I told you that you wouldn't want to make this choice. By training the three of them, you avoided Naruto. So we'll have to say, as Jiraiya would leave going after his godson, Harusen would turn back to his family, saying, "Well, are you proud?" Harusen says, "You pushed away your lastborn. Pushed away, not the lastborn, pushed away your firstborn. You know? So it's not like anything else." This is when Minato says, "We had no choice." Naruto was the first one I was born. Mito, Naruto, and Menma didn't come until later, until a few months later. We had no choice. Then, the Titan attacked. We didn't have a choice. Hokage-sama. It was that or destruction of the leaf. You know I had no choice. I wouldn't want to do it in the first place. I know the life in Jujutsu. I know. But I had no choice. if I wasn't Hokage, I would have not sealed inside of him in the beginning at all. But as the royal Hokage, the village comes first. And you know this more than anyone. Because you're the longest reigning Hokage, okay, here in the 5 elemental nations. You know this the most. So you know how I feel about this. The blonde young man says. Haruzu would sigh, as remembering the hard choices he had to make. Remembering one hard choice that he should have done something but didn't. Remembering one of his progeny students, Orochimaru. He treated him like his own son, but the boy abandoned the village. I understand where you're coming from. I'll try to talk to Naruto. But all I can say is you might not have a chance to make that relationship with him. Kushina, Minato, I want you to stay here. Naruto, Mito, Menma, you're dismissed. Yes, Hokage-sama, as the 3 children says, the 3 gang says as they disappear in Shunshin's. Kushina will walk up saying, where did he go? I'm not sure. Wherever he went, he's blowing off some steam as we speak. Naruto is what you say, a hot-headed. Mostly driven by emotions. You know. He's similar to you, Kushina. An attitude. But also similar to you, Minato. And the seriousness when it takes upon his missions. He has both of you within him. Every day I see it inside of him. That same determination that made you great shinobi. I believe you'll be a great shinobi one day. But he just needs help. But ever since he got that armor, things have been different. Explain to us, what's this berserker armor? Haruzu would turn as putting us coming towards him, making hand seal, putting a silencing barrier. Immediately putting down the scroll as this recent mission. Kushina would take the scroll as C, it was a C+ rank. What does this have to do with the berserker armor? Read it. The 2 would read it as a long reading at the beginning, seeing the regular C rank mission. But then things went downhill. How should I say this? Their employer lied about the mission. It was actually an A-rank mission. Kushina started writing this, saying in horror that her firstborn was in an A-rank mission. His very first mission was an A-rank. Her reason, why was Naruto in an A-rank mission? Even having a C rank is dangerous enough. You should be having D ranks. At least by early beginning of the tuning exams, you should be having C ranks at least. By giving him a C rank before the tuning exams, this is when Minato says, I have to agree with Kushina. It's a bit drastic to do that, Hokage-sama. I didn't know about it until later on, until they said the mission again. They took him, but they faced Zabuza. of the mist did completely Zabuza fought Kakashi. Yamato was there as well. They fought, but trapped Yamato and Kakashi. Kakashi was alright, but trapped in the water prison. Minato didn't have to worry. Look on his face. He was close to death many times over. As the written would say. But Zabuza did go for Naruto first. Naruto doesn't remember what happened. All he remembers was seeing the demon, then being knocked out. He was knocked out. Yes, but he did arise. We didn't know. Kakashi said that he was in a trance. Very much a voice took place of the boy's body. A demonic voice. Which now, as I read it again, would be the beast of darkness taking over his body first time. Without the armor. He still had the armor with him, but I guess still snuff contact. Had to take over the boy's body. Fighting in Zabuza, he at least wounded him, but fell unconscious again. The demon couldn't take over his full of his body because he didn't have the armor, so full control was not in its grasp. But afterwards, they made it to a wave. Things went according to plan, guarding Tizuna. But later on, Zabuza came back, along with his accomplice. They were separated. Kakashi, Yamato, took on Zabuza along. Sakura protecting. Tizuna and Sasuke took on his ally. Kakashi don't really worry. Was he alright? He wasn't alright, but he was alright, but he wasn't great. He was filled with hundreds of sentiments throughout his body. And where was Naruto in this? Still knocked out. What I could say was knocked out. Thoughts of the effects. Kakashi did say during the tree walking training, he was weakened. Still, he was exhausted. Which I suppose that the demon probably used the blonde's chakra to take over his body. Looks like he can take over his body without the armor, but it's only halfway. But not full control. Yes, not full control, but still can take over. But Cruton says he was affected by it. The blonde took a rest after having an argument with the employee's grandson. Which I'm not going to say. That's for Naruto's business and his business only. I do know Kakashi did tell me, but that's the boy's business, not ours. After the next day afterwards, things were going well. Everyone was recovering. Until they, as I said earlier, they encountered Zabuza and his accomplice again. Sasuke was pinned up with Senbin. Sakura was protecting Tizuna. And Kakashi and Yamato were fighting Zabuza. The blonde was still exhausted after the effects of being taken over. Partially. But awakened. But woke up a bit. He was on his way until what I can say is he saved Tizuna's daughter and his grandson from being sold. The boy was going to be sold, and his daughter was going to be raped. The boy saved them both, defeating the two. Then, to what I went to the reports, DeBlanc put on the armor before he arrived at the scene. Arriving at the scene, he blocked an attack from Zabuza. But Zabuza was rich in the boy. So when Kakashi told him to go help Sasuke, the Demon of the Mist wanted to take him out quickly. But Kakashi got in the way. After entering the Hunter Nin's jutsu, helping Sasuke. Sasuke was put into what Kushina says, a false death state. Her eyes would widen in horror. Don't worry, your godson is fine. Your promise to Mikoto still stands. Sighing as this is when Minato says, continue on. Akagi-sama. Hiruzen would say, this is when he first lost control of himself. First, Kushina says, thinking that Sasuke was killed, the blonde lost control of himself and used the Nine-Tails chakra for the very first time. Both of the parents' eyes would widen. Kushina would be in horror. It wasn't any tail beast state, just more feral. But within his deepened rage and anger that spiked up, the armor awakened, dug deeper to his hatred, along with his hatred for the village. You know, people around that did bad to him, along with the beasts. The Nine-Tails' hatred itself, drawing upon both and feeling his power, awakening the armor and him going berserk for the first time. Kakashi said that it was like the beast was there again, rampaging in Konoha. The hatred was felt. The chakra was immense. What he can absolutely say is that the jutsu was destroyed for the nin. The blonde wrote down that he quickly regained control of himself after seeing the nin and who he was, that he met him in the forest a couple of days back. But when they were talking, the nin jumped into Kakashi's way, into his lightning blade, killing the girl. Seeing this horrified him, made the boy angry again, but not enough to wake the armor or call upon the fox's chakra. But still there. That's when the main problem came in. Gato. Kushina would say, Gato the businessman? Not just what did he have to do with all of this? He's the one who caused Wave Country to be poor. He walked all over the girl's body. He did some threats upon her. Zabuza was pissed and said he went on a bit of a killing spree, but Gato brought a bit more men. Then, after taking care of Zabuza's last wishes was for him to avenge him in Haku's death, the girl's name. The blonde did so, but lost full control of himself once again, taking upon the Kubikiri, along with the Dragon Slayer in his other hand, losing all control. After releasing the Nine-Tails chakra along with going berserk once more, he massacred all of them. It was similar to how Itachi executed his clan. What Kakashi said was almost an exact replica of it. The blonde did something else too. He summoned two avatar figures, a fox and a dragon, easily cutting through the men, being gotten to the white people, but did bash the man up. Afterwards, taking up the blade and fighting Kakashi. It was only for the luck of Yamato was there. Yamato was there to take the fox's chakra and retreat and to reseal it back, along with using suppressing the armor, freed the blonde from the armor's control. But then the blonde met two demons within him afterwards. Kushina will growl under her breath, saying, "So, why don't you just take this armor away?" "I can't," Ruzan says. "That's what the boy has said. The armor will always return back if he gets rid of it. It's a curse. Just like how the Nine-Tails is now a curse upon himself. He must bear the curse until he dies. There is no getting rid of it." Minato says, "So, what can we do to help him?" "I asked Jiraiya to seal the armor, at least put some boundary seals, so he doesn't go berserk again. But I'm not sure those seals are going to last very long. Eventually, I'm going to want you to seal eventually to look at the armor and figure out a way to permanently seal its berserker side away, so the blonde doesn't go into that state again. Because what I don't want is him completely losing himself to those two inner demons within him." So they're working together, Kushina says. What the blonde says, that they are getting along like they're buddies. Like they are family in the end. Like how the Nine-Tails and the Beaches are family in a way. I didn't know the giant fuzzball can actually like somebody. Minato says, "Well, that's interesting. But Kushina, it's still the Nine-Tails. We shouldn't underestimate it." "No, just saying." The two blades, they draw upon the fox's chakra. The Kubikiri, he now goes by the Kubikiri no Yoko. You can draw upon the demon's chakra and take that avatar state. I made sure to put seals on it as well, if it affects the armor as well in some way. Where did he get the blade and this dragon slayer in the armor in the first place? He said that he got it from a Skull Knight. The Skull Knight did warn him of the complications, but the boy took it anyways. Saying that there is going to be a reason. He said there's a reason why he took it upon himself. Of a greater threat that's out there lurking. Interesting. Kushina says, Minato says, "So, do you think this demon of darkness can be released from the armor?" This is when Hershey says, "I'm not sure, but I do not want to test it. And I'm not going to. What I want him to do is not use that armor as much as possible. That's what I told him. I don't need him going and killing people, but when lose the control. It's very much, if he can attack Kakashi without knowing that it's his sensei, I'm sure he'll attack anyone in that berserk state. He doesn't know right from wrong, Kushina says. Just like how the Naito's affects the Jinchuriki. Like how a Biju affects its Jinchuriki. Same in facts. Which is worst. But Naruto did say that he could see. He knew what he was doing, but he just couldn't. He's like he was a backseat passenger. But he said it felt good to release all that stress. He said that he felt more powerful than ever. Whatever that armor's doing to Naruto, I do not like it. Believe me, I would love to take it away from him. Wait and seal it away forever, but I can't. One reason why, because I don't want Don to know about this armor. Especially that group. I can understand. So, Minato says, what do you want us to do? Keep an eye on him. And Kushina, anytime he does go berserk, if you're around him, I want you to use your chakra chains. Do not show any mercy. Kushina was shocked hearing that, but he might be your son in the end, but when he's in that state, he doesn't give a damn who he hurts. Alright, as the redheaded woman would say, you're dismissed. Now I have to worry about this paperwork. Minato would say, understandable. As this is when Naruto says, but Minato, what is the secret getting rid of this paperwork? I can't tell you that, Sir Hokage-sama, but maybe another time. But, see, as the yellow flash would flash away, taking his wife along with him. Younglings, so quick to leave. What am I going to do? I was looking at the paperwork on his desk, seeing that it's piled up. What the? Oh, great. How do I deal with this shit now? Oh, Kage's worst dream, or should I say nightmare, as he would go off to stamp another file of paper. And I was turning back to see the pile grow even more. With Kushina and Minato. Kushina and Minato will be in their house. I did not Makati say a mansion or compound. Kushina would walk away, take a couple steps away from her husband, and look, as she would say, we did this to him. No, you did this to him. Me. Minato says, you're the one who sealed the knife inside of him. You're the one who's put our son in this death row with that armor in the first place. If we just stayed, we could stay, Kushina. You know that the Titan is something that the Uzumaki makes sure to keep an eye on. You said it yourself. Mito said to keep an eye on the Titan to make sure it never breaks from its captivity along with the Nine Tails. It broke from its captivity right after Naruto's birth. And we just had a problem with the Nine Tails. What do you expect me to do? I had no choice to make Naruto the Nine Tails Jinchuriki. and I couldn't seal the fox in half. I didn't have enough chakra for that. I had to seal the whole thing within him. You know, as a shinobi, that you're gonna have to make hard choices, especially as Hokage. The weight's even more. There was nothing that I could do. If there was a way to go back in time, I would have stopped myself and figured out another way, but I didn't have any other choice. I was under pressure of the Nine Tails, exhausted, tired, angry, happy, and terrified. I just had my first child, but just not that long ago, he was almost killed right in front of my eyes. At the moment, I was in my own type of hell, just like how you were in your own type of hell. I had no choice. As Hokage, I had to put the village first, over your own family. Yes. I know what it feels to grow up alone. I know what Naruto feels. I know what Naruto feels like. I know his pain. Believe me, I wouldn't want to put that on my worst enemy. The pain of being alone. I would never put that on even the baddest of people. Not even Madara Uchiha. I wouldn't want him to be alone either. But I had no choice. It was the village. It was the village or Naruto. And I can't have hundreds of people with deaths on my mind. And to know that I failed a village that I said I would protect. You think I could have asked someone else to give their own son to become a Jinchuriki or daughter? I couldn't. I just couldn't. Especially my own child. I could look at the people of the village and say that I failed to save your loved ones. I've already failed in many ways. I failed to save the people of the Nine Tails attack that died. I failed to save Rin and Obito. I especially failed with Naruto. And I failed with you. So at least, please, don't let Menma Mito and Naruto be the next failure of mine. So they don't go in that same path that Naruto is going down. I beg of you, please don't. Because I don't think I can handle that on my mind. Kushina look at her so-called husband as saying, fine. Do you think they know? They're smart enough, Kushina. I'm sure they know that we've been divorced since Naruto's birthday. Since the Titans release. After that argument that we had a couple years ago. So we're just going to continue to focus on the fact that I haven't. Now let's continue to focus on one fact that the ceiling of the Nine Tails is a bit off. Something happened to the ceiling. Yes, I've been studying it, everything recently. I couldn't find anything out of place. You couldn't. Because if you ask me, I haven't aged a single day after Naruto's birth. I look like I was still 20, 19 years of age. And on the day Naruto's birthday, I was 20. I still look the same. Now figure out something.